What's going on, everyone? J-Ron here, and today on How Not to Souls, we are looking at an intelligence melee build from Elden Ring, which was focused on cold damage, though we do have a few magic damage dealing weapons. The majority of the playthrough use cold-based damage, which I thought it was pretty GD good. To start off with something else, and then I realized the path I was going. So I just embraced the idea. I'm like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're doing an intelligence melee. And the results were pretty good. So let's check out our stats. Rama Lama Ding. Dong. I couldn't fit the rest of it. 172. 50 vigor for a decent health pool. 30 mind for a fair amount of FP so we can use our Ashes of War and cast some spells. 30 endurance for a decent stamina. And we have a decent equip load. 20 strength and 22 dex so we can have our base requirements for weapons that we want to use. 79 intelligence, which I wanted to be 80 for trying to get the most out of the magic and cold side of things. And 10 faith and 10 arcane at base. Little side note, I think you could adjust it to give yourselves more strength and dexterity and tone down the intelligence, because putting more physical damage on this build I think would be a little better. But I wanted to focus purely on the intelligence side of the damage, so that's what I did. For our weapons that we used, and I won't say all weapons that you see, but everything you see there would be good on the build. I'll just go over the ones I used the most. For our sidearm, we had a fire. Yes, I can't pronounce that. Misericord to reset our cold damage after we got cold buildup. Our cold claymore, which was amazing with piercing fang, great burst damage. Death's poker, health and steeple. I wanted to utilize the cold flame or the ghost flame weapons in this, which I thought worked out really well. Though Death's poker wasn't the heaviest hitter I had, the Ash of War was fantastic. And Health and Steeple, pretty good. The Ash of War reminds me a lot of the Onyx Blade from Dark Souls 3. I thought it was awesome. Our heaviest hitter was the Dark Moon Greatsword, and by God, if you do a build like this, use the Dark Moon Greatsword. It's out freaking standing. Where would I be without my Zweihander doing flat magic damage with Waves of Darkness? And we would switch around between that and Giant's Hunt to get big time damage. Zweihander is outstanding on anything. I recommend it on any build. Same with the Claymore. The Cold Manakiba, yet another weapon I will recommend. I will put it with Spinning Slash because I liked how it built up frost pretty quickly with Spinning Slash. Moonveil, you gotta have it. It's a magic melee build. You should have Moonveil. It does gross damage. Gross, disgusting damage. Death Ritual Spear, not the hardest hitting weapon, but the same with the Death's Poker. That Ash of War Spirit Call Ritual is really, really, really freaking good. It's absolutely amazing. And then the Cold Grave Scythe, which I thought was an amazing addition. This might be a permanent fixture into all my builds now. I've never used it before. I know it's been out in the wild. I've seen other streamers and other people use it. It's a really good weapon. I recommend it. And I put a spinning weapon. This is freaking sweet. Here we can even, especially with like the cold buildup that it's really, or the frostbite buildup. It's pretty freaking amazing. And I think that would be it for weapons. Oh, and for our casty cast staff, we chose the Carrion Regal Scepter, but we also utilized the Carrion Glintstone Staff. And Lusat's Glintstone Staff is also a great option to have. And also, I think the Staff of Loss would be an also decent staff to have as well on this setup. For our armor/fashion set, I ended up choosing Alberic's Pointed Hat and then the Light Cavalry set. I mean, just looks like a melee witch. Looks pretty awesome. Pretty freaking sick. Pretty sick. For our talismans, Air Trees Flavor plus 2 to get that little extra health, stamina, and equip load. Godfrey Icon for using to enhance our charge spells and skills, which was awesome. We had a lot of those. It was pretty sweet to have. Added a lot of damage to things. Shard of Alexander. Yet again, we're greatly increasing the power of our attack skills. That was amazing. It was so good. Once we got this, it was just kind of like cruise. And the Bogos Talisman was supposed to be, which is great because for a long time we didn't have a lot of poise. So again, that extra poise that it gave us was huge. But we also utilized. And I don't like using any of the Scorpion charms. I don't like the damage you get, added damage you get from them. So I just forgo getting the magic one. So that was just out of there. But for like some of our faster weapons, the winged sword or rotted sword insignia works out. We did have bleed damage on some things. I think the Lower Blood's Exaltation might be a good little fit if you could proc that bleed damage. What else? Ragon Icon, we wanted to go casty. The Graven Mask Talisman and the Graven School Talisman, both if we were casting spells, great options to have. Gives you a nice little damage increase. I forgot the percentages, but it's pretty good. Always the Jump Talisman, or any one of these. If you can find value in any one of these, Spear Talisman for better counters with your Pokepokes, or you get some better crits with your Dagger Talisman. Really, any one of these, you name it, would be a great addition onto this build. And I think, and if you wanted extra equip load, blah, Great Char's Arsenal or any of the Arsenal charms. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Consumables are, for the majority, that was our Wondrous Flask. Lanterns, Exalted Flesh, whatever kind of perfume bottles you want. I forgot the name of the majority of them, or the aromatics, but they're all pretty good on this. Knives, daggers, kukris. If you have a weapon that didn't have any kind of magic on it, use any of the greases. Be pretty freaking solid. For our spells, so we did use some spells, mostly in times to try to pull people away, but we also had other motives. So Night Comet, that was my main projectile. Night Comet's great. Doesn't cost too much on FP. And plus, we weren't casting that much, so it wasn't a huge deal. Then Comet, also another great option. Does a lot of freaking damage. Duel's Moonblade and Gavel of Haima, I think, are great. Even Carrion Slicer would be all. And when was it? Hold on. I can't remember the names because my memory sucks. And Carrion Greatsword. Any of the sword manifesting or weapon manifesting sorceries would be good on it. It keeps with the theme of just melee. Even though you're casting, it's still a weapon that you're generating, so which is cool. Can of Haima for just blowing things apart. Zaymor Ice Storm to give great amount of cold damage. And I always feel like I need something like Crystal Soul Sphere, so I put on Carrion Phalanx. Always a great little option to cast things above your head that will just shoot at enemies for you. I said enemies. That's what I said. And our Great Rune, Godric's Great Rune, I also think Morgoth's or Verdan's would be good on this too. But yeah, like Rykard's, Mog, or Polania's, I don't think would work on this. Maybe they could, but yeah, Morgoth, Verdan, or Godric. I kept with Godric. But those other two, Verdan or Morgoth, would be great options as well. But overall, I'm happy I made the switch mid playthrough onto this melee build. I thought it was really good. There were times where I felt very flimsy, but that's because I had crappy armor. But once everything came together, this is a hell of a build. I recommend it. It's powerful. It has, and I just love the status build-ups in this game. I think they do a good number of damage, and I think you get I think they take 20% more damage, or they take a certain amount more damage when they proc cold. So we were just kind of like messing them up. But otherwise, very worthwhile build. I recommend it. I'm even considering taking it to the DLC. I'm still up on my Dex Arcane, but this might go instead. I don't know, but anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the footage, and I'll see you later. Peace out.